Shay.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Simone.
And so welcome to our show. It's going to be an awesome show. First of all, you're on the Vusic Alive Network, DJ Dummy, the Genius Network. And shout out to DJ Dummy. And we are at Therapy Wine Bar. So shout out to also the owners of Therapy Wine Bar. Yeah. Listen, we have an awesome show today. Prepared for you guys. We're talking about being single and satisfied.
Yeah.
Or single and sad. I'm not sure. I don't know, but what do you ladies think about that?
Well, you know, singleness can be a blur sometimes.
Indeed.
But sometimes it could be definitely good. It's something that you definitely need for right now. But it's not always bad. But we're going to talk about that today, about dating, the different tips. Like, should you go out how many times a week, you know? How many times a week? How many times a week should you go out with the brother? Should you pay or should you not pay? You know, so we got a lot of things like that. So I love what we're about to talk about today.
I love it too. What about you?
I love it too. I remember when I used to be single and I had different stages of it. I was single and satisfied, and I was single and sad and sad and sad. But now I'm married and satisfied, and sometimes I'm married and, you know.
Oh guys, we go through so many different things, don't we? Well, today we have a special guest with us that is going to come and talk to you guys today, but we're going to introduce her a little later on. Right now, let's just kind of talk about this whole single and sad and single and satisfied, single and successful, single and sexual. It's so many different things. Listen, I'm just saying, some people are single and sexual. How does that whole thing relate when you talking about you a child of God, right? Can you be single and sexual? Is that a sin to be sexual? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there because some people don't want to talk about that. Okay, we gotta talk about
single and sexual equal fornication.
Yeah, you think so?
Single and sexual fornication.
That's what you said? I don't know.
To a certain degree,
We're gonna get into it because I just believe that unless God gave me the gift of celibacy, I am sexual. That doesn't mean that I'm practicing sex, but if the Lord does not take the feeling away, then I want to be like this sister here one day and get married, and I don't want that sexual feeling to have left, and now I'm with my husband, and I'm like, no, I don't need to do that no more. So we're gonna talk about those things. I'm just saying, ladies, I'm just saying. These are stuff people don't want to talk about because they think if you're sexual in church, then you are committing a sin. But I'm not necessarily practicing it, but I do.
But I guess what's the term? What do you mean sexual?
Yeah,
you know,
I'm thinking
like,
intercourse.
All right.
I'm not actually having sex.
Okay.
No, not actually having it. But you know, I don't have the gift of celibacy, so I have those feelings. And then what do you do once they arrive? They arrive.
Right.
Is that celibacy a gift? Is it a gift?
I would think it's a gift because if you give it to me, it's a gift. I don't know. We'll talk about that too. We got a lot of different things coming up. But just before we break, right, there's a whole lot of statistics out there about being single and how many single folks are out there. There's 322 million people in the United States. And guess how many of them are single?
321.
20. Almost. Just about. There are 100 million single people in the world.
Wow. But you could be married and single.
That's true.
You could be married and single.
That's for another. How you do that?
Well, I mean, you could be married and single. Like, you can have the marriage certificate, you can have the wedding band. But some people still live a single life when they're married. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's another show. That's another show when we start talking about the married folk living like they single. We don't want to get on the married folk right now because, honey, it'll be something going on here. All right. So the whole idea is we could be single and we could be a whole lot of things. So we want to talk about being single and sad, or being single and satisfied, or being single and saved and content and successful, or whatever the things that we go through as single people, what we're feeling. One of the songs, however, right now that I want to go into, because a lot of people say single folks are usually in the middle somewhere, like we trying to figure things out, we're trying to get married, but then some of us, nah, because I don't necessarily know if that's where I'm trying to go right now in life. So we're going to talk about that.
Let's talk about it. I laugh because I know you do, but
some of us don't, right?
But some of us. But not this.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we start getting into it. But like I said, you're on the Vusic Live Network, DJ Dummy, the Genius Network. We have an awesome guest coming up to talk about single and sad and single and sexual. Awesome testimony. We'll be right back with you. In the meantime, we're gonna listen to the song "In the Middle" by Isaac Carey.
Is it Curry, baby?
All right.